All right. Welcome to Go AI Labs. I'll be your friendly host, Joe, for the evening. So, I'm joining you guys today, and I'm hoping my mic is working this time because I just recorded this whole entire video, 15 minutes, and realized I had no audio. Um, yeah, I know, amateur hour. Womp womp. Anyway, I've had some requests about my recent build of GeauxTrace and tutorials around GeauxTrace. So that's what we will be doing today. So to get into GeauxTrace, we will go here to goailabs.com. And I'll pause here for a second. Because Go AI Labs, I know a lot of people are skeptical these days about privacy, protection, uploading information, all of this. And that's kind of the basis of what Go AI Labs is built on. That is the ecosystem, right? We are all about local, private, yours. I don't want your data, I have enough of my own, right? This ecosystem here, this is actually my data brain for Go AI Labs. And all of my projects, all of my information is stored in this AI second brain. So definitely don't want yours. And I say that because as we go into GeauxTrace, this is the icon to get into GeauxTrace. If you are privacy conscious and you don't want to upload any of your information or anything like that, what I want you to do right now is hit Control S on your keyboard. That's going to open up a save as box. This allows you to save GeauxTrace, the entire application, locally, on your desktop, on a USB drive, anywhere you want. Save it, run it, use it. It's yours. Keep it. My contribution, right? The whole purpose of GeauxTrace is I realized that there was a huge learning curve to customize 3D models with the software that's out there available. So I decided to make better software. And that's all GeauxTrace is. Just simply me making better software for us hobbyists to use. So let's get into GeauxTrace. This is GeauxTrace, right? Very easy to use, very user based. I'll go through it. I'll try to go through it a little slow, but it's not much content to it to talk about. Most of your settings that import as you bring in your 3D file are going to be default and you won't need to change them. The software is designed to read the measurements of whatever 3D object you are bringing in and lay those measurements out automatically for you. So you won't have to do any measuring. You won't have to do anything. The software knows the measurements from the model. So let's get into some of it. Right here is where you will bring in your 3D file or your logo. There's two ways to do so. You can click it here and it's going to open up a folder that you can access. Or if you have a folder, you can go here and drag it in, which this is the logo we'll use. I got this logo from a simple Google search and then right click, save image as, right? It's just that simple. So let's get back to GeauxTrace here. Let's bring this image in. We'll just simply drag and drop it. I want to put this image, I have had my eye on one of these party cup koozies for quite a while. So I went over to my favorite Patreon creator and we will download this 3MF file right into our post folder. Hop back over to GeauxTrace and we can drag and drop that 3D file right into here, anywhere within the window. Now you'll notice, hey, where is my solo koozie? Well, with most 3D files that you get off MakerWorld or Patreon sites, it comes with various plates. That's what this drop down here is for. Select your plate for your item that you want to customize, right? From there, look at that. It already placed your logo, your image, on your item. And you simply click around for where you want it placed. And then for fine tuning, I like to get it even as close as possible. You use these nudge buttons right here under your image to nudge it on over to get it perfectly aligned for where you want it. Right there, right? They nudge it just a hair up. Bam. Now here's where you'll select, you see it's in black and white right now, you'll select multicolor, right? I want the color version, absolutely. It automatically detects how many colors are in your image and labels that out. I have 5 colors here, so there you go. I don't want to include the background color as a layer, so I did not select that. Now your color gap is important. I'll zoom in here. You see this blank space between your colors, that's your color gap. I don't want a color gap on this, so I will take that, shift that down. That gap between those colors is gone. Image looks better. Nice and poppy. Now here is going to be your image output width. If you wanted to throw this thing all over your model, crank that sucker all the way up, that's what you get there. But we are going to keep it conservative at 60. I like 60. It fits. So we'll bring that back down to a usable size. And if you didn't want to change it there, as you see, you can change it from the slider there. Now, if you wanted to rotate that image, that's what these buttons are for here. And then if you wanted to adjust, and I typically don't, I leave all of this here from 3 and 4 as default. But if you wanted to increase your resolution, get a higher quality, you can do that there, along with despeckle and simplify. Those settings are all there, including smoothing your corners, which I typically leave selected. But it's just that simple to use this. Now, I think I've talked longer than I've actually worked within the demonstration today. But when you come down here and you're ready to get this out, you have 2 ways. So a lot of users use GeauxTrace simply to turn their images into SVGs and put it on. But GeauxTrace is so much more powerful, right? Here, if I wanted to add more images to the exact same, I can do that by clicking this here and continuing to import images. If I wanted to duplicate this image on the opposite side, click this. Same logo, opposite side. Matter of fact, let's click it and see what it does. Look at that. Puts it automatically on the other side, right? Perfectly aligned, complete opposite. Looks good, doesn't it? Well, we won't keep that second one, so you can remove it just by clicking the X there, and it'll remove that second side. Now you're back to your original, one-sided, looks good, still aligned. It's really that easy to use GeauxTrace. Now, for me, I'm not going to be exporting SVGs. I want the entire file. Exactly how it's placed up there is how I want to export it. So I will click this download single file. We're going to save that into our post folder. Boom, done. So next, we will go ahead and open up our Orca slicer. Let's see what we have. Let's use SnapMaker Orca. We'll get this opened. No, we're not going to upgrade just yet. Let's go into new project. From here, we will go in and grab that 3D file that we just downloaded out of GeauxTrace. You know, it's the one that says GeauxTrace in the name. Alright, so let's zoom out a little bit and look at that. That image is already there, ready to go. White. Why is it white? Well, I'm going to show you. All you have to do is click over the images here and you can start mapping in your colors. Let's see if I can remember the right color pattern for what we're using. Let's guess here. Let's go with a yellow maybe. No, that should be white. I can see from the pattern where it filtered. We will then go maybe yellow here. Yeah, yellow there feels about right. Let's go purple here. As you see, it's selecting your logo as you're going through. It's filling in your colors for your logo. Purple. This one will be white, perhaps. Let's set a color for our cup. Let's do a gray. I feel like gray is going to really pop on this. And then let's do white here. How does that look? My goodness, I think we are ready to go. Let's zoom in here. Look at that for a second. It looks pretty good. Yeah. Alright. So, next we're going to go ahead and hit slice. And the reason I'm running this demo all the way up to slice is in earlier versions of GeauxTrace, we were having where we'd embed the logo and it would leave a boundary that needed supports on it, right? So I want to run this all the way through slice so you see it does not ask for any type of supports. It does not say you have overlapping boundaries or any of that. It really is just a very clean logo here. Clean embedding of a logo into your 3D model. All right, well, that was pretty painful. Thank you for sticking with me this long. And what I'll include in this video is, if you stick around, you'll see that I'll attach, or better yet, I may just upload it separately, the printed out cup of this. I'm going to actually run this in my SnapMaker now. And hopefully 7 hours from now, you'll have a video along with it of a time lapse of this printing out. Well, happy printing, and thanks for joining me here at GeauxAI Labs.